Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with the Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Virgo May Tarotscope, and I'm sorry this is like a week late almost, but it's still good for the month, right? Okay, so keep in mind these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal private readings. All of that information is in the description box. Alrighty, so Virgo, we're going to look into the energy for you this month, what to expect, and what messages your guides want you to know to make this month the best for you. All right, so what are the messages that are wanting to come through for Virgo for the month of May? I feel like there is a need for you to find a way to tap into getting new information or communicating in a different way, asking different questions, getting information from a source that's different than where you would typically look for information, because it's like what they're showing me is like you keep recycling the same information over and over and over again, or you're recycling the same communication over and over, or the same or having like the same conversation over and over and over again, and it's not getting you anywhere. And so it's like, if it's like a communication issue, try asking different questions. Try bringing new things into the conversation. You know how sometimes we can get into communication with other people, and it's almost like because you've had the same conversations before, it's almost like just kind of like routine thoughts going back and forth, or routine messages going back and forth, or the same routine, like, hey, how are you doing today? I'm good, thank you, how are you? Like the same, it's like it's not getting you anywhere. And I feel like you're like waiting for something to change or looking for a new opportunity, but it's like you keep reading, like you keep reading the same book, or you keep having the same conversation. You keep going to the same person for advice, and not that the conversation or communication or an insight that you've gotten thus far has not been worthwhile, but it's like it's time to kind of level up in some way. And so in order to do that, you need to like bring in more, bring in information from a different source. Look for your answers in a different way, or try to start having different, like bring something different into your communication. I think a lot of times we don't realize that the way that we communicate doesn't really make it easy for like back and forth conversation. It, like I was telling somebody the other day, like the typical, hey, how are you doing? I think people ask that with the intention of like opening up some kind of conversation, like, you know, what's going on with your life, da 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 da. But it's such a broad question, and your usual the usual response is, I'm good, how are you? Like, that's what I say when somebody asks me. I'm not going to sit there and tell them like everything that's going on in my life. So it's like, I think we have to kind of find better ways to communicate in a way that's going to encourage conversation. Like, don't ask questions that just require a one-word response. Don't just ask yes or no questions. Ask questions that require more depth. Okay, let me see if there's any clarity we can bring to that message. See what's going on in your energy that is causing this message to come up. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of like, again, I feel like you're in this space of like, it's time to level up or something like that, or you're trying to move forward in some way, or trying to accomplish something new, but like the next step of that requires like connecting to other people, support from other people. It's funny, that message kind of has been similar in the readings, like across the board so far. Like, you can no longer do this alone. Or it's like you're leveling up in some way, but you kind of need somebody's hand to help pull you up to the spot that you're at. And I feel like that might be something that you are struggling with, like needing that support or accepting that support. You're moving in a good direction. I feel like the people that you are connecting to this month are going to be very beneficial in stepping up into that new space or that new level. But it's like you have to be in the space of accepting help, of accepting love, of accepting support, of taking the opportunities that are being presented to you. And it involves being able to be more open within your connections with other people. Understand that the people around you want to support you, but it's almost like they need assistance from you in that, by like maybe telling them what you need or something of that nature. I do feel it's like there might be like a hesitancy in like what you communicate to people, how you communicate your desire for connection, support, knowing like whether or not, you know, who to trust with being vulnerable, who to trust with what you're struggling with. There's definitely there's definitely some sort of communication issues that you're dealing with, and it might be that you're more passive in your communication with people because you don't want to say the wrong thing, you don't want to stir up the wrong thing, you don't want to like create chaos, like you're trying to maintain some sense of peace. But it's almost like I feel like in doing that, it's like the right things are not necessarily being communicated, and it's more like the communication is just like the what is it, social niceties, I don't even, that's not a word obviously, but like the like normal day-to-day conversation, and it's not going to the depth. It might even be that like you are the type of person that feels like you need to over explain yourself, especially when it comes to wanting or needing something. And it might be that it's like you're adding too much to your communication, like you're adding too much explanation, and it's not getting to the question or the need. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely feeling stuck. You're feeling like you're at a crossroads. I also feel like it's like you're just trying to trust in the process. I also feel like it's like you're looking for some sort of insight or some sort of blessing or some sort of guidance, but it's like you're not necessarily open to receiving that. There's also this energy of like, I'm not going to talk until they talk. But I feel like that might be to your detriment right now. For some of you, if you have like these expectations for someone to apologize to you, or like we can't go any further until this person makes this right or until this person apologizes, I kind of feel like it's like they're not they don't know what they're supposed to be apologizing for. Or it's like you have such strict boundaries up that you're leaving like very little room for this apology to come in the way that it needs to. I also feel like for some of you, like you're hoping for some sort of shift in a situation, but you also have no faith in the fact that this will change. And just that lack of faith alone is making it difficult for you to receive. Some of you like asked somebody for something, or asked somebody for help, or told somebody what you wanted, needed, or desired, and you feel like you're getting like it's crickets on their end. But again, I want to say, if that's the case, it's like this person doesn't seem to be really understanding what you're wanting or needing. And I'm not making excuses for the other person, but it's like there's something like lacking in the communication or something. There was a similar message that came up in the Leo reading. And so if you have Leo in your chart, or you're connected to Leo, you might want to watch that reading. But it's like you're putting out this vibe that you're independent. I can do it all by myself. You are embodying this very fierce masculine energy. I got this. I don't need nobody. I'm independent. Da 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 da. But in the same breath, you're wanting support. You're wanting love. You're wanting to be able to sit in that feminine energy. You're wanting to receive. You're asking for all these things, and everything you're asking for involves connecting to another person. And so if you're sitting there really focusing on sitting in this I'm so independent, I don't need anybody energy, they can come to me, they can match my energy, whatever, you're asking to receive love, you're asking to receive support, you're asking for connection, but you're also saying I don't want it. And so it's like it's a contradiction. I also feel like with whatever this situation is, whatever this is that you're asking for, whatever change you're wanting to see happen right now, it's like you're waiting for the opportunity, and there's something like an opportunity presenting itself to you, but it's almost like it's not enough. Like in your mind, it's not the whole package. Like somebody's not offering the apology that you're looking for. Somebody's apologizing, but you don't feel that it's a big enough apology. Or you're wanting a committed relationship. You're wanting the whole package, and somebody's offering to take you out on a date, and you're like, nope, if we're not getting married, I'm not connecting. It's almost like you have these big dreams, and you have these big goals, and you have every right to want that level of success. But it's almost like you're waiting for an opportunity to come in to look exactly like what you're wanting, or you're waiting for somebody to step up and match your energy completely. And you would benefit if you were okay starting smaller. Things would move faster if you just started, like if you just took a step forward. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying settle for less than what you want. But it's okay to move forward, setting the intention to work your way up. What you're not seeing is like, there's a need to just let go of control, let go of the way that you think that this is supposed to look, and just start taking anything that brings the opportunity to move forward. Take that step. Let me get some clarity on this. It's like whatever this is, you're guaranteed success. It's like promised to you. You're guaranteed success. But whatever this is involves a need to like connect to other people, or it might even be like admitting that in order to get yourself to where you need to be, you need to admit that you're starting from scratch, and support would be nice. It's like you've been hurt. You have been betrayed. The last time you spoke your mind, it didn't go well, so I'm just not going to say anything. It's like you're at this point of like a leveling up. Like it's a necessary shift. It's a need to take some sort of step forward or some sort of change. But it's also like I feel like you don't feel that you're the one that's not doing anything or taking any action, but I feel like you're in this space where you're like, I'm like closing my eyes, shutting my mouth, and I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to do anything that's going to set me back or something of that nature. Or somebody really upset you and you're like, I'm not doing anything until this person apologizes. But I also feel like if that's the case, and I'm not trying to make excuses for another person, but it's like you're wanting an apology, but you're not giving enough space for this person to apologize. Something definitely triggered you, and you've got your guards up, you've got your boundaries up. Again, I feel like you're just like hyper masculine energy. You were nice in the past. You know what I mean? You were loving. But I feel like you feel that did not get you anywhere. And so you've closed yourself off you've put this wall of protect, like, I'm no longer going to give to this situation. I'm no longer going to give to this person or give to this dream. But again, like, whatever this is something that is meant for you. And you're putting up all these walls. Like, you're blocking everybody, or you're putting up all this wall. Like, you're wanting this love or the support to come in, but you have your defenses up so much that it can't come in. And I think whatever this is, it's like you're looking at the situation and it's like it needs to be all or nothing. And I'm the first person to say that, like, whatever you're wanting to manifest, if something shows up that is not exactly what you are expecting, then you should reject it. But, like, there's something different about this energy. It's like you're not giving yourself permission to feel like you've accomplished a lot, because it's not the big success that you're looking for. And again, if this involves another person, I do feel like there's a lot of confusion as to what to do because of some kind of difficulty in the communication. It's like either you said very little to this person and they don't know what to do with it, or you over explained and it's like it was so much to take in that they don't even know where to start. There's an opportunity to like, communication is what is going to bring the shift that you're looking for. But again, it's it's like a different kind of communication is needed. A more curiosity in the conversation, more conversation that digs into the depths, the core, and not just the basic, not just the normal type of conversation you've been having. And conversation that is more focused towards the changes that you're wanting, the future that you're wanting to build, what you're wanting to achieve, like the values, the change, and not so much of like the same type of conversation. It's like the minute that you release control in some way, it's like you're oh, why can't I talk? Sorry. You've learned to master putting up boundaries. You've learned to assert yourself. You've learned to do, but it's almost like you're too good at it. And these boundaries and this sense of independence, this need to be independent, this need to, it's creating more of a blockage, and it's making it more difficult for this to come in. I hope that makes sense. I love you guys. Have a good month.